Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and welcome to another episode of Cutting Rocks, where I cut through rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, see what spills out. So this week we are going to do some galaxy stone, or some amygdaloidal basalt it's called. I have all different sizes, starting with this little guy that's got all these green inclusions, probably just white and stained green on the outside, but we'll see. I'm just going to zip this one in half. This one, I think I'm going to do the same thing. This one has bigger white pockets, kind of all the way through it, so I think I'm going to go right down the middle of that guy too. This one's got some, protruding out. Just another weird one, some like purplish color maybe right there. Not sure how I'm going to cut this one, if I'm going to get slabs maybe this way. Yeah, maybe I'll just cut the face off of this one and see what's on the inside, and then I can maybe get some slabs. This is another one with some white and green again. We'll see if any of that green's on the inside. And then the rest of these I'm going to try to prospect for some slabs. So I don't know if maybe I'll go this way. I don't know, I'll go one way right down the middle and just see if I could get slabs out of them. So that's the first one. This is the next one. This one's got a little bit more colors. One cool pocket right there. A couple cool pockets. So this one I'm going to go right down the middle. Just see if I can get some slabs off of either side. Same with this guy. This one's got mostly white, a little bit of orange in there right there, a little bit of orange on the back, but we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go right down the middle of this thing and see if I can get some slabs off either side. And then this one, I hope is promising. It's got a lot of these red and white pockets, kind of decently placed throughout this whole thing, top, bottom, middle. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go right down the middle of this thing, and hopefully I catch some of those in the middle, but we'll see. We never know until we cut in there. So we're gonna use the high-tech 10-inch slab saw, thin centered blade. So let's get set up and we'll get cutting. Okay, so through that first little one, I just went right down the middle. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That is a really cool pocket right there. So actually, I will probably use both of these pieces for pendants. That's really cool. The green right in all the middle of the black. Wow, I wasn't expecting that out of that little one, but I'm glad it was like that for sure. All right, one for one. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, so this was the one with all the big white pockets on the outside. So let's see what's on the inside. Almost nothing. And that's what can happen with these. They're sometimes just around the outside. You just hope for stuff on the inside, but still kind of a cool black and white contrast with the darker dots in there. So that might even shine up cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do something with it. But all right, let's get on to the next one. Okay, so I just zipped the face off of this one, so I'll be able to use this piece either way, but let's see if there's anything in there. Ooh, it is pretty full. Not a lot of colors, but still a lot of contrast, so that'll make a really cool piece. This one will. And then maybe I'll zip a couple more slabs off of here just to see later on. Maybe it opens up to something else, but all right, I'd say that one was a win. And let's get on to the next one. Okay, so right down in the middle of that first prospecting slab one, kind of cool. Here, let me get it wiped off here. Kind of cool. It's got some of that green. It's got some red, like a reddish in there instead. Then it's got some green and some white, some cool little pockets. This side. Yeah, I don't know if I would take another slab off of that or not. Maybe this side. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see later on, but pretty cool anyways. It's got a lot of contrast, a lot of different colors. That's cool. All right, let's get on to, what are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get on to number 5. So right down the middle of the second big one, this one had some cooler pockets, so let's see, hopefully there's some in there. Oh, we caught a couple down there. That one's got an N or a Z in it. Yeah, a couple in there. So that one I probably would cut some more slabs out of, you know, to see if there's some more cross pattern in there. We won't do it today, but that'll be a good one, I think. You know, get some of this more colorful stuff maybe towards the ends. But all right, let's get on to the next one. Alright, so through that next big one, this one had a little bit more color to begin with. Ooh, there we go. That filled up quite a bit, but mostly white. But that's a good sign, you know, to take some more slabs off and just see what's there next. But like I said, not today, but that's a win. That's kind of what we're looking for right there. Just the black and white contrast and some cool pockets. So a little bit of blue on the bottom there. All right, let's get on to that last one. Okay, so right down the middle of that last one, this one I thought was the most promising because it has all these little pockets around the outside, but we'll see if my theory is correct. Oh, yeah, so that's what I wanted right there. I was hoping there's a really good one right there. I'll have to get a really close-up of that, but all of these little pockets are in this just right down the middle. So if I zip some more slabs off of this, they should be pretty much on every piece. So that's exactly what I wanted. So I'd say 7 for 7. I don't know, maybe that one was a little light, but I still like how they all are pretty unique to each other. So all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for those close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.